Hi there everybody. In this video you're watching 7 different averages of 5 on 7 different cubes, and all the times are in the description below. They're going on in the background whilst I talk to you about the most asked question on speed cubing forums, or in speed cubing meetups, most asked question on YouTube cube videos, and that is, what is the best speed cube? That is the most asked question. I see it all the time. What is the best speed cube? And I confess I'm partly to blame. I buy speed cubes and I review them and I do unboxing videos, and so does most of the YouTube communities, and I've engaged in that sort of conversation on forums. I've asked the question myself when I was new. I've discussed endlessly the good points of one cube over another. But does it make any difference to our times? That's the important question. So here's my entirely unscientific experiment to see how much of a difference it does make. And I've got 7 cubes below that I'm going to talk about in a second, which are the ones that you're watching. Now bear in mind that my baseline average is about 21 seconds or just under, because frankly I haven't been practicing very much, been crazy busy. So 21 seconds is my average, and all the range of the averages of 5 in this video is from 22.19 was the slowest to 20.58 was the fastest. So they're all fairly close to my normal averages, to be honest, and they were just the averages that I did for this video. They're not particularly pretty, some of them, so bear with the solves. But I wanted to talk about how good these cubes are in terms of my personal view, and then compare that to the times I got and see if there's any sort of correlation between the good cubes getting good times and the bad cubes getting worse times. And I found that it's not really the case. So in joint first place was the YJ Chilong, which I have set up for new cubers. It's quite slow because I've tightened it really tight, which also means it doesn't corner cut very well, or especially reverse corner cut. It's quite resistant to a reverse corner cut, but I managed to get 20.58 seconds, and that was joint with the Maru Cx3, which I find too big for my hands, so I fumble with it. You'll notice in this video that when I was doing those solves, I did fumble on a couple of solves with the Maru Cx3 in this video as well. So I don't use either of those two as my main. I would say the Chilong's a good cube for beginners, but I wouldn't say it's a brilliant cube for, you know, really fast people. The Cx3 is fair to middling. It's kind of a middle of the road cube. In third place was the Maru Weilong, the Moyu Weilong, with 20.99, not that far behind, which I've probably done the most solves with, I'm most comfortable with, and it's quite quick. The thing is, it's too quick for me really, but so I wouldn't use it as my main, but I have used it and I'm comfortable using it, which is probably why I did well. I don't know, it's hard to say. In fourth place was the Gans 3 version 2, not the version 3, the version 2, which wasn't very good. It was very flimsy. Frankly, I've forgotten I'd still got it because it lives in a box. And I would say this is not a good cube out of the box, and even with leaving and tensioning, it doesn't cut more than line to line. It feels flimsy, it's smaller, it's not pleasant to use, but it came in fourth, with a time of 21.06 average. Then came, in the final 3 places, what I would consider the 3 best cubes. That's right, the 3 best cubes got the worst times for me. In 5th place and 3rd from bottom is the Moyu Aolong version 2, which I quite like. It's my cube for when I'm travelling. It lives in my pocket of my coat. And arguably people would say that's probably the best cube. Either the Hualong version 1 or the Hualong version 2 are the best cubes, but I did not do very well with the Hualong version 2. I got 21.41, so it was about a second off the pace of the Chilong Cx3, half a second off the Weilong Gans 3. But it's a good cube. It doesn't corner twist. It's, you know, it's pleasant to use. In 6th place is the Moyu Liying, which is my main, although I might replace it with the Cong's design when that comes. I'll get to that later. Yeah, so that's my main. It's slightly catchy now because it's getting older, but it's a very good cube, really good cube. I like it a lot, and I would say that it kind of suits my turning style quite well. Yeah, I like it, and I wanted it to be the top, but it's not. It's in 6th. And the Moyu Aolong version 1, which I don't use much because of corner twisting, which I don't like. But other than that, it's probably the best performing cube of all of them. If it wasn't for the corner twisting, it would be my main. It's as simple as that. But it came in stone last, about 1.6 seconds off the pace of the Cx3 and Chilong, which is crazy to me. It's crazy. It's a fantastic variation. But what I've come to conclude is, from my entirely unscientific experiment, is that for me, it doesn't make that much difference. More of a difference is made by how easy the scramble is, how attentive I am and good looking ahead, how fluid I am and accurate I'm being with my turning. It's kind of not so much about the cube as about my environment and the differences between the solves, how well I can look ahead. It's not really about the cube at all, I don't think. Now that being said, you'll notice that I got worse times when I fumbled. There's a few solves in there where I was a bit fumbling or had a minor lockup, and that did probably cost me half a second in a couple of solves, which if you look back you can notice. But which is, you know, like 100th of a percent of the, sorry, 100th is like a 100th of the time that I used to solve the cube, so it makes really virtually no difference. 1% difference in my times as from using one cube over another, maybe up to 2 or 3%, but not much more than, definitely not more than that. So I don't think it makes a difference unless you're really quick, like Felix Zemdeg's, Mats Valk. They're really quick. It's going to make a massive difference, you know, if half a second here or there is a difference between a world record or not. But for me, no. Does that mean that I'm going to stop buying more 3x3s? No, I'm not. I'm definitely going to still buy more 3x3s because I love to buy cubes. Does that mean that I'm going to stop doing unboxing videos? No, because you guys like it as well, and I think part of it is just the joy of the new cubes, but I don't think it quantitatively makes a difference, or that there's a best cube out there, or even there's probably is a best cube for you, but I'm not sure it makes much difference. But what do you think? I wanted to start a debate, so you tell me down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are. Goodbye.